Hi, my name is Dana with Angel Wings Reiki for Health and Wellness. I've been guided to speak to you today about harmonic convergence. There comes a point in time when things have to change. That point is again now. At the time this was first experimented with, in modern times, a vibrational signal was sent out. Where the signal was coming from, whether it was coming from our genetic coding, whether it was coming from the earth, whether it was coming from outer space, or whether it was coming from all of those, the signal went out and people responded to a signal. It's just like when a species receives a signal to change the direction of its migration pattern. The signal was, go back to the earth. If you want peace on this planet, go back to the earth. This was quoted by José Argüelles on the Harmonic Convergence. Harmonic Convergence was experimented with back in 1987. A man named José Argüelles launched a word-of-mouth campaign. He called it a Harmonic Convergence campaign. The campaign called for 144,000 sun dancers to gather at sacred sites at dawn on August 16th and 17th. This was to open doors to the final 26 years of the 5,125-year Mayan Great Cycle. This was an era of unprecedented change and preparation for a new evolutionary cycle on Earth. This was to mark the first time this was ever celebrated on Earth by human beings. They came together in simultaneous coordination of prayer, meditation, and ceremonies, all taking place at sacred sites around the globe. This was a monumental first manifestation of network propulsion towards a unified moment of collective synchronization. Many significant shifts of consciousness and reorientation of life patterns were reported afterward. Dates for harmonic convergence are applied on a basis of prophetic events. This all began with Good Friday of 1519, when Cortez led the invasion of the Spaniards into Mexico. On that day, on the Mexican sacred calendar, marks the exact end of the 52-year cycle. Since that time, 9 52-year cycles had occurred. This came to a close on August 16, 1987. This coincides with the last day of the 9 hell cycles as they were prophesied by the Mexican prophet Quetzalcoatl. This signaled 25 years left on the Mayan calendar. This was considered the end and the last 25 years of the Mayan Great Cycle of history, which occurred on December 12, 2012. Arguelles believed that harmonic convergence is an event with such meaning that it's capable of extending into other dimensions. What occurred was a prophetic enactment on the third dimension. This was something provisioned and foretold at a higher level in another dimension and time. This is seen by seers whose focus is to monitor the karmic unfolding of the planet. In the August 11, 1987 edition of the New York Times, in the news article, New Era Dawns, or Just a New Day, José Argüelles was quoted, "The vibratory infrastructure holding the earth together is in a condition of intense fever called resonant dissonance. Influences such as the arms race and insults to the environment could cause the breakup of the earth into smaller bodies not unlike the asteroid belt. This can be averted by harmonic convergence, achieved in a synchronized collective of human beings through which the possibility of a new heaven and new earth is fully present. I believe that harmonic convergence can be attained in this day and age and needs to be now more than ever. So if you have the time, please think about a ceremonial event of praying, anointing of oils, and meditating on sacred ground in a synchronistic fashion with your light brothers and sisters around the world. These ceremonies of harmonic convergence will be held on August 15th at 11:11 a.m. or at any time on August 15th that you have to do this at your convenience. As long as we are grounding on transmissions and love and light codes into the grid and field of Gaia and into the unity consciousness, the collective consciousness, and the field of consciousness. This will prove to be a most powerful event, as we will be gathering energy from the higher dimensions and bringing it to the lowest of dimensions and frequencies to make an upshift to all life in all dimensions everywhere, infinitely. Paul Butler of the Love You channel on YouTube will be holding his ceremony at 11:11 Eastern Standard Time. Please bring your oils to this event for anointing yourselves and others if traveling to a sacred meeting place. That's all for now. Thank you for listening, and blessings to you all. Love, light, and peace to you all. Namaste.